In the ancient land of Uz, there lived a man named Job. He was a man of great character, pure, upright, and devoted to God. Job turned away from all evil and lived a life that pleased the Lord. He was richly blessed, with a large family of 7 sons and 3 daughters, and immense wealth, thousands of sheep, camels, oxen, and donkeys, along with a vast household. Job was known as the greatest man in the entire region, a figure of honor and respect. Job's children were close and loved one another dearly. They often gathered for joyful feasts in each other's homes, celebrating life together. After these gatherings, Job, being a man of deep faith, would rise early in the morning and offer sacrifices on behalf of his children. He thought to himself, "Perhaps my children have sinned or turned away from God in their hearts." This act of devotion was not occasional. It was Job's constant way of life. One day, in the heavenly courts, the sons of God came before the Lord, and Satan came among them. The Lord asked Satan, "Where have you come from?" Satan replied, "From roaming throughout the earth, going back and forth on it." The Lord said, "Have you seen my servant Job? There is no one like him on earth. He is blameless and upright, a man who fears God and shuns evil." But Satan challenged the Lord, saying, "Does Job fear God for nothing? Haven't you surrounded him with protection, his home, his family, and all he owns? You've blessed the work of his hands, and his possessions have multiplied. But if you stretch out your hand and take away all he has, he will curse you to your face." The Lord replied, "Very well, everything he has is in your power, but do not lay a hand on the man himself." And so, Satan left the Lord's presence, plotting destruction. Soon after, tragedy struck Job's life with unbearable force. As his sons and daughters were feasting in their eldest brother's house, a messenger came rushing to Job. The oxen were plowing, and the donkeys were grazing nearby when raiders attacked. They took the animals and killed the servants. "I am the only one who escaped to tell you." Before the words were fully spoken, another messenger arrived, breathless with horror. Fire fell from heaven and burned up the sheep and the servants. "I alone escaped to tell you." And still, as this messenger spoke, another arrived. The Chaldeans formed 3 bands, attacked the camels, and killed the servants. "I alone escaped to tell you." Finally, another messenger came, his voice trembling. "Your sons and daughters were eating and drinking wine at their eldest brother's house. Suddenly, a great wind swept in from the desert, striking the house. It collapsed, killing them all. I alone escaped to tell you." Overwhelmed by grief, Job tore his robe and shaved his head, a sign of deepest sorrow. He fell to the ground in worship, crying out, "I came into this world with nothing, and I will leave with nothing. The Lord gave, and the Lord has taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord."